if you drop something, you can pick it up with it. Okay. Yeah, you can tilt it up, you can plug it up, you can hang it up, and it works on a 12-volt battery.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother. What are you doing today?
Well, we just got a setup here.
Set up what?
We got a set of tools which you guys need to start your home wrenching work, which you can work on your DIY cars.
Let me show these tools to our audience.
These are the most handy tools which you can find in any hardware store, and these will be quite helpful.
This box is empty.
I got these wrenches.
Okay.
Right. So the basic tool requirement which you got is buy a kit which is having some ratchet in it and different size sockets, a breaker bar, but make sure to buy it with a good quality. And whenever you're buying something like that, make sure you buy an extra 10 millimeter. There it is. This extra 10 millimeter, because this is the most used one, mostly on most application. This socket will be reused, and most people are prone to lose it. And because it's a small socket, so it's better to have one in handy. Okay, whenever you're buying a toolkit like this, make sure buy an extra socket of 10 millimeter. Other than that, we got some wrenches here, or we can say spanners, different sets with different configurations for two different applications. Plus, we got some breaker bars of two different sizes. Okay, we got a bigger socket. This is, I believe so. There you go. You can see the number. It's a 16 millimeter long socket. To get those bolts which are or something which is way inside some cylinder head or something like that. We got a plier. These things are very handy when you're doing a brake job or something like that, which is having some screws, having a head which can only be opened by L keys. But make sure when you're buying these L keys, buy a good quality head set, because sometimes you need to torque them, okay, and you might be using them with a breaker bar. So if you got a cheap one, you're gonna burn your set pretty quickly, and you're gonna ruin the screws which you are tightening from that particular set. We got some T's, different numbers. It's a wire brush which you can put it in front of a drill just for the cleaning purposes. Need a cutter. This is a different tool.
This is basically called a spline head tool. More likely like this Allen head tool. So you can use that to open the fasteners.
Fasteners of most vehicles had main bolts or the crankcase bolt. They are having this contraption on it.
These splines.
So you cannot do it with the regular one. So you need to have this one in handy, because if you got some car which is having this socket, then you have to rush to the hardware store to get it. Okay, so make sure you buy it.
So Adil, what is the purpose of these glasses?
Safety. Well, whenever you're doing something, make sure you wear some gloves, or and you're doing a cleaning job, or you're underneath a car, or you're doing something else. Make sure your eyes are well protected. Let's suppose you got a spray of brake fluid in your eyes. It can cause a long-term damage, okay? Or if something fell on your inside your eyes, you can have a permanent damage as well. So make sure your safety is first. We got here, you can see this contraption. It's in the local term they call it a grip pliers, okay? This can be used in many applications. Either you're doing a job single-handed, or you want to fasten something to make a TIG weld, or to hold some two metal pieces in place, you can use this one. Okay, we got a wire brush.
These two pliers look identical. What is the difference between these two?
Well, these are for the lock. Okay, one is for the opening, one is for the closing.
I think I've seen such kind of locks in CV joints, right?
Yeah, in a CV joint or other places where it needs to be fastened, you got locks. Okay, there's one for the opening opening of the lock, there's one for the closing of a lock. Okay, there are two types of lock. You got a wire brush for the cleaning purposes. Make sure to have a good set of these screwdrivers because these will be handy. As I got a kit here. Okay,
You missed some, right?
yeah, it's a kit which has been in the family for more than about 10 or 20 years now. So I've lost most of them. I've burned it up. You got some pliers, some long screwdrivers, a wire cutter.
I think this can be used as an impact screwdriver, right?
No, it's
For
not
hammering.
an impact screwdriver, but you can improvise things.
Okay.
Okay, and if
For
you
different
want-
applications.
Yeah, for different application. Plus, this contraption here, what you can do is, if you want to tighten something down, you can screw something up, okay? And if you want to torque down that screw, what you can do, you can put this key and you can torque it like that, okay?
Okay, that is something new for the audience, maybe.
Maybe, but some of the people who are mechanically inclined, they know this hack. Okay, we got wire cutter. This contraption which you are seeing, it comes handy when you're opening any filter, any oil filter of a car. Okay, tightening or loosening of it. We got this.
What is the
magnetic-
purpose of this thing?
This is a magnetic contraption. If you misses or you drop
Can you pick this one?
if you drop something, you can pick it up with it. Okay. Let's suppose if you drop something in an engine bay, and it's hard-
Which might not be accessible.
yeah, it's hard to get your hands on, so you can fish it with this contraption. Okay.
Okay.
Then-
And what is this tripod light? Am I
Yeah,
right?
it's a working light, a working station light. It got a magnetic contraption here. You can cling it with the body of a car or underneath
Oh,
the hood.
it's
or
really a
the bonnet,
magnetic
if
something.
if you say. Okay. And it got a tripod stand as well. If you're working on the station, you can plug it up. Yeah, you can tilt it up, you can plug it up, you can hang it up, and it works on a 12-volt battery. Okay, you can plug it up in the cigarette lighter of your car, and it will work, and it will last, even if you're.
Okay. The other day you were telling me that it is adjustable,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it tilts. It got three to four different places you can adjust it according to your need, according to your requirement of the situation. Plus, whenever you're oiling something, there's a different oil guns. I'm using this one at the moment because this is the cheapest one. Okay. Plus, some wire brushes, some more wire brushes, drilling for the cleaning purposes. And these are the basic tools which you require mostly. Okay. Plus, you'll need some jack stands and something like that. But you can improvise using brakes or some locks or some logs for it. Okay. So this is the guide for the basic toolkit at the moment, which you can do most of your household works and your mechanical works. I believe so. You guys will find this video quite helpful, and leave the comments if you want to ask something regarding, or if you want to suggest anything that what we needed to be added in our toolkit list. So make sure to follow up.
Let me add some information here for the people who are watching this video. We have overhauled more than 5 engines at our home by using these basic tools. So get your hands dirty, get the project done, and be happy.